Gabsters. Hey Gabsters doing? Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Please let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, thumbs it up, share it, and all of that good jazz. Today I'm coming to you with a different kind of video. As you know, I'm trying out new skincare products because things went wrong, Gabsters. Things went terribly wrong, and I've been trying out a new skincare regime, and I thought I would get back to you and just show you and tell you about some of the products that I've been trying. I'll also put some screen grabs from just a couple of videos I filmed throughout the month, just to show you what my skin looks like underneath the makeup. I'll start off with the purifier because this is the purifier that I use every day. Now, just to clarify, I have historically have had normal to combo skin with basically an oily T-zone, but what happened about 2 months ago is my skin started drying out really badly. Not even 2 months ago, it's been happening for a while, but my skin was drying out and I didn't know what was causing the drying out. I mean, I wasn't using any specific skincare, and maybe that is where I went wrong. Maybe as you grow older, I didn't realize just how badly my skin was affected by the fact that I am in my 30s, and it just needed a little bit more TLC, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. So my skin was basically falling apart. It was getting very dry, very patchy, with already the existing pores that I have. So I had these like massive pores over here, which I still have because of my oily skin here historically. So I still have these really like just craters, like on my T-zone, especially here, as well as on my cheeks here. I've got like just pores and pores and pores, and when I've got makeup on, it just craters. And then my skin was getting really patchy over here, and on the sides of my temples and on the sides of my cheeks, I was starting to get this really dry skin. And when I put on makeup, it would just clump, and then I was breaking out on my cheeks, which I suppose are more like hormonal breakouts. But because, as you guys know, I'm a pimple popper, it was just aggravating it and making it so bad. So I decided I was going to do something about it, and I got myself a skincare routine. And let's start off with the cleanser that I've been using. I'm using this Eucerin cleanser, and basically Eucerin was recommended by a friend of mine. Eucerin is the cheaper brand of this really schmancy French skincare company that I should know, but I don't. Anyway, so Eucerin is like their more affordable, I suppose what you call drugstore brand, and a friend of mine recommended it, and she's also my age, if not slightly older, and she was also looking to rehydrate her skin and basically boost it, you know, bring back elasticity and those kinds of things, and Eucerin came highly recommended. Now, I bought different parts of the product from Eucerin. So the cleanser is the DermoPURIFYER, and the green, basically it's the range that deals with acne-prone skin. So it's a cleanser, cleanses gently and effectively, eliminates excess sebum, 6% AMPO, 10 sides, soap and fragrance free, dermatological skincare. Excuse me. This cleanser is amazing on your skin. It's a gel-like. It's not a gel. It is. It comes out. It's not watery. Let me just show you. It comes out like a. So like that. It comes out like a watery, like a thin. I don't want to say it's a gel coat, but it's definitely. I wanted to say it comes out like lube. Now that we all have that image in our heads, it comes out like that. So it's really gentle on my skin, but it really cleanses it, you know. And you can use this sometimes when I've when I've had makeup on, I will use it twice just to make sure that I've removed all the makeup. It's not very foamy, and if you're a foamy kind of person, you'll end up using a lot of this just to get the foam, and it'll end up being a I have really been enjoying this cleanser because it also doesn't strip my skin. Like when I finish, I didn't feel like those dry patches were any extra drier, and in fact the dry patches are gone, but I don't think that that's just got to do with this. And I have to say that my acne is a lot more controlled. I do still get hormonal breakouts just like around that period time, but other than that, it has actually helped with the inflammation that the existing inflammation that I had, and it has also controlled the hormonal outbreak that I had with my last period. So I can say that everything that I've put together here has really been helping with that. And then I have followed that up with my Eucerin DermatoCLEAN clarifying toner. And this is I have to say, out of everything that I have tried, this is probably my favorite product. As you can see, it is now up to like here. It is this is my favorite product out of all the skincare products that I've bought, that I've been using for my skin. This is what I have enjoyed the most. It doesn't strip your skin, but it really makes your skin feel, I don't want to say clean, because when your skin feels clean, it feels like stripped. But this makes your skin feel taken care of. Like, when you tone with this thing, it takes away any remaining makeup that you might have, but it also just makes your skin feel like taken care of. Like you feel like you patted in like hydrogen. Is hydrogen a thing? What is water? H2O. You feel like you patted in H2O to your skin. It's really, really, really nice. The only thing about this toner is that it is not you have to like spray, like it's not a pump. So you have to like spray it on like, and you get, did I just waste it? And you get a lot of wastage like that. I find that I use double or triple the amounts I should be using on a daily basis. So I feel like it does get wasted in the ways that you actually pour out the product. I think you end up like just like going ham, because you want to feel that cotton pad like wet. There's no control over how much product you get on there. It depends on how heavy-handed you are that moment. And I use the toner in the mornings and in the evenings. This one is for all skin types, so I think it was like for sort of combination. If you don't really have issues with your skin, this is the range that Eucerin uses. I can't actually remember why I chose this one, but I think it was sort of just like if you have no issues, you're not trying to do anything, you're just trying to keep it clean, keep it healthy, keep it all good, keep it balanced. I think that's what their DermatoCLEAN range is for. I really love this stuff. Like, this is the best thing that I bought out of all of these things. For my mornings, I bought the Neutrogena Visibly Even Daily Moisturizer with Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 30, Halipolix Essential Soy, helps reduce blotchiness and the look of dark spots. So this is what I bought for my daytime moisturizer. It doesn't, it has evened out my skin, but it's not the fastest process, so be patient. It doesn't make your skin feel oily, but it does. It doesn't make your skin feel like, it doesn't make your skin stand out, if you know what I mean. I think that it has worked over time, because when I first started using it, I remember my skin would almost feel like papery. But I don't know if it was this product or remember Clinique gave me those little samples to try out. I remember the Clinique samples did a lot of that, just sort of like mattifying, and then I started using that after that Clinique 14-day trial, and I remember that carried on for a couple of days. But now my skin during the day is actually really nice. It's not too oily, it's not overly dry, it just keeps it at normal. And I suppose I just want my skin to be fabulous, darling, just fabulous. So my argument with this thing actually is that it doesn't stand out. I don't actually have an argument for or against it. It just, it's like the middle child, you know? It's like that middle child. And even though this already has SPF 30, I do top it up with sunscreen. Now I made the mistake, Gabsters, of buying 50 plus sunscreen. I don't know what the heck I was smoking. I must have been smoking some real good, some real good stuff, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? No, I mean. So I bought the 50, which just makes me look white and ashy. But you know what? It's sunscreen, people must understand, so I put it on anyway, and I walk out of there looking all grey. But it's so hot now, it's the middle of summer, that I start melting and the sunscreen melts, and by the time I actually reach my class, the only place you can see that I've got ashy sunscreen on is right here where it got stuck on my hairline. So I do top it up with this. And honestly, I must say that this actually still doesn't make the sunscreen very oily. Not that the sunscreen makes your skin super oily, but you know, sunscreen just has that like oil factor, and this helps to control it. So maybe it does stand out. Maybe I'm being overly critical of the middle child. Middle child? Am I being overly critical of you? For my night skin, I use the Eucerin purifier again, and I use the toner, and then I use the Eucerin AQUAporin Active. This is a hydrating care for dry skin. Now I told you, Gabsters, that I had dry patches, and then I had this oily T-zone that was just craters, right? I told you. So I bought this for the acne, right? And I bought this to balance out my skin, right? And then I bought this to get rid of that dry skin, right? This was supposed to get rid of that dry skin, and honestly speaking, I think it does work. I have to say that over the last month, my skin has been feeling really good, and it has been looking much better. When you put it on in the evenings, it doesn't make your skin feel oily because it's not a serum. You know how when you put a serum sometimes and the serum either goes or it gives you that sort of like oily vibe? This does make you feel hydrated, and you do feel like there's extra stuff going on there, but it's not like plumping. It's not like you can feel plumping or whatever, but you definitely do feel like a little bit of a, hey, we got a little bit of a, you know, like a bounce, you know, just like bounce, 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 bounce. So it works really well. So I would buy this again, but I did hear that Neutrogena is launching that Hydro Boost, so I might just try out the Neutrogena Hydro Boost and then come back to this. But maybe I'll just buy the Hydro Boost for my daytime moisturizer and keep this as my nighttime moisturizer. This is 50 mils, guys, and I have used about that much. I'm like about halfway done with it. So this is still quite relatively full. I have to say that this is still very relatively full. So this is probably the thing that's going to last the longest. The cleanser as well is quite full. This is probably going to last, actually no, the cleanser will last me the longest. The second thing to last me the longest is going to be this, and then this and this are probably going to run out at the same time, most likely. I have to admit that it was my first time using Eucerin, and I have to say that I'm quite happy with it. It really has been, I think it's one of those products that you can go the mile with, you know, that can be a part of your routine and will just always like deliver, you know. It won't be like, wow, and then like 2 weeks later, like your skin's not reacting to it anymore and all of this other stuff going on. Like I get the feeling like this is the kind of product that, you know, your kids will be using because you used it for so long and it was always there for you. And then, but maybe, you know, but what do I know about kids and like longevity? I mean, I've only been using it for a month. What the hell is she talking about, Gabsters? What's she talking about? Talking about longevity and the kids using it. Yeah. So that is, after all of that, that is my review on these products. I have to say that considering that I've never actually used any of these products except for my sunscreen, I am pretty happy with the choices that I made. My skin is happy with the choices that I made, and one day these craters on my face will be the landing pit for aliens from Mars, and they will finally have a use that will be for greater good for mankind, because once they land on my face, they'll never go back.